The morning sun streamed through Anya's window, casting a warm glow on her small apartment. As she prepared for work, a notification popped up on her phone. A friend request from Nikhil Sharma. Anya's heart skipped a beat. She hesitated for a moment, then accepted the request. A wave of realization washed over her. She knew so little about Nikhil's life in the past years. He had reappeared like a ghost, his sudden presence stirring up a whirlwind of emotions. Driven by a mix of curiosity and a need to understand, she sent him friend requests on all other social media platforms. Then she began her online investigation. She scrolled through his profiles, piecing together fragments of his life. His professional achievements were prominent, his business ventures documented with meticulous detail, but personal details were scarce. After a few hours of digging, Anya found something that stopped her cold. A series of photos from a wedding. Nikhil, looking slightly different, stood beside a woman she didn't recognize. The photos were dated a few years prior. He was married? A wave of conflicting emotions washed over her, betrayal, confusion, and a strange sense of vindication. He had talked about companionship, about finding a life partner, but he had already tried that and failed. She couldn't wait. She needed answers. She sent him a direct message. "Nikhil, I saw the wedding photos." His reply came quickly. "Anya, I was going to tell you." "When?" she asked, her fingers trembling as she typed. "When it suited you?" "Yesterday our meeting was a surprise," he responded. "I didn't have time to explain everything." "Explain now," she demanded. "It was a mistake," he wrote, "a terrible mistake. I married someone who only wanted my money. It was that marriage, Anya, that made me realize the importance of a truly compatible partner, someone who shares your values, your goals. My ex-wife, she was only interested in my wealth. We divorced. It was a painful experience." Anya stared at the screen, her mind racing. Is this the truth, or another carefully crafted story? She wanted to believe him, to accept his explanation. But the lingering distrust, the memory of his past manipulations, held her back. "So you're looking for a compatible partner now?" she typed, her voice laced with sarcasm. "Someone to replace your ex-wife?" "No," he replied, his words firm. "I'm looking for you, Anya. I realized I made a mistake and I want to fix it." Anya wasn't satisfied. She needed to know everything, to uncover every hidden corner of his past. "Are there any other secrets, Nikhil?" she asked, her fingers flying across the keyboard. "Any children from that marriage? Secret affairs? Addictions? A secret child with someone else?" She needed to lay it all out, to force him to confront every possible transgression. She needed to know the worst, so she could decide if she could handle the reality. Nikhil's response was swift and firm. "No, Anya, there are no other secrets, I swear." Anya paused, considering his words. She remembered his grandmother, a sweet elderly woman who had always adored her. She had been a staunch supporter of their relationship, convinced that Anya was perfect for Nikhil. "Then put me in contact with your grandmother," she typed. "She always liked me. She'll tell me the truth." Nikhil hesitated. "Anya," he typed slowly. "Grandma, she passed away a few years ago." A wave of sadness washed over Anya. She had genuinely liked Nikhil's grandmother, and the news of her passing was a somber reminder of the years that had slipped away. "I'm sorry," she typed. Her voice softened. "I didn't know." The silence stretched between them, heavy with unspoken emotions. Anya felt a sense of unease. Nikhil's grandmother was one of the few people Anya would have considered an unbiased party, and now she was gone. "Anya," Nikhil typed, breaking the silence. "I understand your skepticism. I know I have to earn your trust, but please believe me. I want to make things right." Days turned into weeks, and Anya found herself slowly, cautiously beginning to believe Nikhil. His actions, his words, his consistent effort to rebuild their connection chipped away at the wall of distrust she had erected around her heart. He was patient, understanding, and seemingly sincere. The initial wariness began to soften into a hesitant trust, and then, to her surprise, into something akin to liking him again. The familiar spark, the connection she had once cherished flickered back to life. Nikhil introduced her to his colleagues, his friends, his world. He gave her a tour of his sprawling company headquarters, showcasing the impressive scale of his business empire. Anya was awed by the sheer magnitude of his wealth, the global reach of his ventures. He explained how he had taken his father's business and transformed it, expanding its operations and solidifying its position as a market leader. As they spent more time together, Anya found herself drawn to his ambition, his drive, and the quiet confidence that radiated from him. She felt a sense of excitement, a feeling that she was part of something bigger than herself. One day, Nikhil made her an offer to join his company as a member of his consulting team. Anya, feeling a pull towards a new challenge and a desire to be closer to him, accepted. She resigned from global tech and stepped into a new role, a new world. Their professional relationship blossomed, mirroring their personal one. They worked together seamlessly, their skills complementing each other perfectly. Anya found herself thriving in the fast-paced, high-stakes environment. One evening, after a successful business trip, Nikhil took Anya to a secluded beach, the stars reflecting in the gentle waves. He knelt before her, a small velvet box in his hand. "Anya," he said, his voice filled with emotion, "will you marry me?" Anya's heart swelled with happiness. All her previous doubts and fears seemed to melt away. "Yes," she whispered, tears of joy streaming down her face.